Tēnā tātou i te whare, mauri ora kia koutou, whakapiri mai nei, te kaupapa nui, hoi tere te mihi atu kia koutou. Te mea tuatahi me whakatika a mātou ara ki mua, hioi kia ino e tātou. Unuhia te pō whirimarama, toma kia te whatu tangata, tātai ki runga, tātai ki raro, tātai ahorau, hume e, hui e, tai ki e. Kia ora mai tātou, ka tukwati te rākau, kia mori. Kia ora koutou.
Aina mana, ina reo, ina karangamaha, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Ko tararoa te maunga, te runei taku nā kau. Ko oho te awa, he mahia nei aku mā harahara. No horowhanua a hou, no Franks te hapu, ko Monique tukuingoa. He mihi ana kia nā tohu o nei o horowhanua e noho nei au. No reira, tēnā koutou katoa. Ko koutou nā kai aki, nā kai tautoko, nā kai pupuri o te kaupapa nei. Nō reira, kei te mihi. Ki nā iwi o te takahi nei ko Moipokoroa, ko Ngāti Raukawa ki te tonga. Tēnei te mihi ate kia koutou. Kia koutou ko te koromātua Bernie, ko nā kai kaunihira o horowhanua, no mai, haere mai, ki roto o tēnei whare. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Ladies and gentlemen, and to children, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you here this evening for the inaugural council meeting, also known as the swearing-in ceremony, following the triennial local body election. Welcome to His Worship the Mayor-elect, Bernie Wandin, councillors-elect, whānau, friends, staff, and to those who are watching us online via the live stream. Welcome. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Monique Davidson, and I have the privilege of being the Chief Executive of Horowhenua District Council and leading the proceedings of this evening. Just over 2 weeks ago, we marked the beginning of the 2022 to 2025 triennium with a fitting kōwhiri right here at the Horowhenua District Council whare. I wish to acknowledge our iwi and hapu partners who supported us in ensuring the beginning of the triennium was honoured in the very fitting way that it was. Tonight too, though, is a very special evening. We will see the Mayor, Council and Te Awaho Foxton Community Board elected to represent our community for the next 3 years make their declaration of office, at which is the 12th inaugural council meeting for the Horowhenua District Council. 5 months ago, I began here as the Chief Executive of Horowhenua District Council. I came home to serve and to lead. Under the guidance of a group of people that tonight will become an elected member team. A group of people that this community have given mandate and mana to. And it is with that I wish to, on behalf of this community, congratulate those elected members who will this evening make an oath to life in public service. Tonight we'll watch 13 very special movers and shakers across this community swear an oath and commitment to us all. Commitment to what, in my personal opinion, will be the most challenging 3 years that local government have ever faced in their history. And the most exciting 3 years in generations facing the Horowhenua. The next 3 years matter. And just like this evening, you'll make a commitment to this community. It's my commitment as your Chief Executive to lead a team that will bring your vision as elected members alive and work alongside you, working with and for our community. And so in times of unprecedented change, coupled with growth over the next 3 years, we'll be challenged in a way we didn't think was possible. Courage, composure, and a collaborative spirit, sprinkled with a visionary energy and passion for this place and our people, is what we require from our elected members to secure the very best for our district's future. It is great to see so many family, friends and community members here to witness this evening. And it's at this moment that I do want to acknowledge you all here. because behind every elected member is typically a village of people who celebrate the highs, lift them through the lows, and champion the work of public service, not by choice, but by osmosis because of your relationship and connection to an elected member. So thank you for the support you'll give to our elected members over the next 3 years. Your support will matter. E hara taku toa e te toa takitahi, e nare he toa takatini. Our strength is not that of an individual, but that of a collective. I want to begin this evening, and what you'll notice throughout this evening is that while it's ceremonial, we have to meet a range of legislative requirements to get the big tick to say that we've done what we're supposed to do. And so to start this evening, I do just want to note the apologies from Councillor Jonathan Proctor-elect, who can't be here this evening, but will be officially sworn in at the first council meeting in November. As the Chief Executive, I am under legislation required to give attention and bring our councillors-elect attention to the following legislation and how it will affect you in your term. And so this is relevant not just for our council, but the Te Awaho Foxton Community Board and of course our staff. And so for a family and whānau here this evening, bear with me while I give a quick summary of some legislation. Councillors, you will have read the agenda and you will note that summary of the legislation was appended to the agenda. That legislation includes the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, the Privacy Act 1993, the Local Authorities Members' Interest Act 1968, Sections 99, 105 and 105A of the Crimes Act 1961, bear with me, the Secret Commissions Act 1910, the Financial Markets Conducts Act 2013, Health and Safety at Work Act 2015, and the Public Records Act 2005. You'll be pleased to know that I'm not asking you to recite that legislation or give you a test ahead of you reciting your oath later on. But I do need you to note that each councillor is independently and directly responsible for understanding and complying with the requirements of the Act. And for the benefit of you all here this evening, I'm not going to go into a full explanation of that, but ask that you note it anyway. Now, before we move into the ceremonial part, hence why I wanted to get that bit out of the way, I am pleased that this evening we've got a bit of local talent to share, and so I'm going to hand over to Joe Harrington, who's going to share with us a musical interlude before we move into the official swearing in of His Worship the Mayor.
Kia koutou katoa.
As a group, we're going to come in. Any councillors, 8:30 a.m. on a Tuesday morning. I'll now hand over to you, Joe. Council and Community Board members as they come to the stage, Kurowai will be Kurowai was gifted to Council and is used for occasions such as this, but also citizenship ceremonies and civic honours. Tonight we drape it over to elected members to acknowledge not only the significance of the evening, the oath that they are choosing to take, but also to mark the important journey Council has to walk to nurture, grow and celebrate partnerships with iwi and hapu across the district. And of note this evening is that several elected members have chosen to recite their declaration of office in Te Reo Māori. And so it is with my absolute honour that I call Bernie Wandin to come forward and make the declaration as Mayor of Portofino District Council.
I, Bernard Philip Wandin, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of the Horowhenua District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as Mayor of the Horowhenua District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 and any other act. In honour of our iwi partners, I am also going to attempt to give my oath in Te Reo. My apologies to those that will note significant mispronunciations, but I do want to acknowledge that partnership. Ko hou, ko Bernie Wandin, e o ati ana, ka whai aho, i te pono mei te tokiki, I runga hoki I te mūtonga, kei mai nei o aku pukinga, o aku whakatau, hoki kia whakatūtuki, kia mahi anō, hoki I te mana whakahaere, te mana whakatau, mei nā momo mahi, kua uhia, ki runga ia u kia whiwhi, paenga mō te takiwā, o te kaunihera o rohi o Horowhenua, e ai hoki ki te ture, kāwanatanga a Taio 2002, kei te ture kāwanatanga a Taio, whakapai, mei te hui 1987, mei e tahi ture anu reinei. Thank you.
Hear a bit more of me a bit later on, and you can see that neither of us have shared notes about what we were going to say, and hopefully you won't mind me repeating some of the things that she said. My first official duty, though, is to appoint a deputy mayor. Councillors do know who this person is, and for me, this was a particularly difficult decision. There were a number of considerations that I had to make. But this person has demonstrated over many years a commitment and service to this district that I think he has more than served his apprenticeship in terms of what he has done for this district. It is my pleasure to appoint David Allen as Deputy Mayor, and I welcome David first to come and make his declaration as one of the councillors.
That I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best districts of the Horowhenua district the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as councillor of the Horowhenua District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Informations and Meetings Act 1987 and any other act.
Now my pleasure to invite Councillor Mike Barker.
I, Michael Robin Barker, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interest of the Horowhenua District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as councillor of the Horowhenua District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 and any other act. Round of applause, please. Could I now invite Rogan Boyle to the stage?
I, Rogan Boyle, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of the Horowhenua District the powers, authorities and duties invested or imposed upon me as Councillor of the Horowhenua District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information Act and Meetings Act 1987, and any other act. Sorry, this doesn't want to stay on. Could I now ask Mr. Brannigan to come forward? I, Ross James Brannigan, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interest of the Horowhenua District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as Councillor of the Horowhenua District by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 and any other act. Could I now welcome Clinton Grimstone? I, Clinton Jeffrey Grimstone, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of the Horowhenua District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as Councillor of the Horowhenua District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 and any other act. My delight to now welcome Nina Horitapa. It's all right. If I could do it, you can.
Kua hau. Oh. Come on, whānau. Ko Nina Horitapa. E oti ana ka whai ahau I te pono me te tōkiki I runga hoki I te mutenga ki mai nei o aku pukinga, o aku whakatau, hoki kia whakatūtaki, kia mahi anō hoki I te mana whakahaere, te mana whakatau, me ngā momo mahi, kua ihia ki runga, I a au, kia whiwhi, hainga, mō te takiwā o te kaunihira o rohe o huriwhenua, I ai hoki ki te turi kawanatanga I te tao 2002 ki te turi kawanatanga a tai au whakapai me te hui kotahi mano iwarau horu takauma iwa me etahi turi anō rānei.
Could I ask now Samuel Jennings to please step forward? I, Samuel John Robert Jennings, declare that I will faithfully and impartially, and according to the best of my skill and judgment, execute and perform in the best interests of the Horowhenua District the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a councillor of the Horowhenua District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 and any other act. Could I ask Paul Olsen to come forward, please? I, Paul Gregory Olsen, declare that I will faithfully and impartially, and according to the best of my skill and judgment, execute and perform in the best interests of the Horowhenua District the powers, authority and duties invested or imposed upon me as Councillor of the Horowhenua District Council by virtue of the Local Governments Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information Meetings Act 1987 and any other act. Could I now welcome Justin Tamihana?
Kua hau ko Justin Eruati Tamihana, e oti ana kua whaia hau I te pono me te tōkeke. I runga hoki I te mutinga ke mai nei aku pukinga o aku whakatū hoki kia whakatūtuki kia mahi anō hoki I te mana whakahaere, te mana whakatau, me ngā momo mahi kua uhia ki runga I au, kia whiwhi painga mo te takiwā o te kaunihera a rohe o Horowhenua. E ai hoki ki te ture kāwanatanga a tai au, a rua mano mā rua, ki te ture kāwanatanga a tai au whakapai me te hui ko tahi mano iwa rau waru te kaumawhitu me ētahi ture anō rānei.
Tumaira, pare puhunga te manga o te rohe pōtai. Tai a wairua, te motuhui a o tararua ki runga. Te tuara tapua te rangi hai a tā. Koe te huia, ko au te huia. Tau maira ko tainu I te waka o turoa te tangata. Wai kato te aua, he piko he tangi whārau. Hei, te whai whakarohia o haunu I te tangata. Au e taukiri e taku manao atu. Ka huri taku aro ki te tai haua uru, ngā wakahi a moi te pauhere ngā waka, pauhere ngā iwi, pauhere ngā hapu. Huia te tupuna, huia te tangata, huia te putake e. Whakatura wako e, kei roko hanga mai I te marangai pakia. Pumau tonu te haere, koe kitea te haere. Ki te rangi Māori e, kisawe, kisawe, kisawe. Mihi te ngāku ki a koe tōku tanga, kia whakaranga tira. Tēnei kaupapa o te kaunihira, Horowhenua. Huri no kia koutou rā. Nā mea mo te kaunihira o Horowhenua. Ka nui te hariko, ka nui te tukaha o tōku ngākau ki te tōku tanga. I wānani e tātou kia whakapakari. A wawata, a moia. O a mātua tūpuna. O reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
I'll now welcome Giri Hira to the podium.
Kua hau kōpiri e wāti ana ka whaia e mutunga ke mai nei aku pukinga whakahaere te mana painga mo te takiwa o te kaunihera ai hoki ki te 2002 ki te whakapae
And could I now finally welcome
I, Alan Young, declare that I will faithfully, impartially, and according to the best of my skill and judgment, execute and perform powers, authorities, and duties vested in or imposed upon me as Councillor of the Horowhenua District Council by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987, and the Internet.
Kuima, e koruma, e rau rangatirama, kei te mihi, kei te mihi, kei te mihi. Ko tangi te keo, te moanga, te whanganui atara, te moana, ko Sir Alan McNabb, te waka, Ngāti Pākehā te iwi, o te whānau, Wandin te hapu, o tai toku kaianga, ka hau te koru mātua o hora whenua, ka Bernie Wandin toku ingoa, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. To our iwi and hapu partners, councillors, Te Awaho Foxton Community Board members, whānau, friends, stakeholder representatives, members of the public, council officers, press, and those watching online, which I hope includes my children. Thank you for the welcome that you have given all of us tonight. It has been a special occasion where we can acknowledge and respect the position that we have all been elected to and affirm the oath of office in front of colleagues, staff, and more importantly, whānau, friends and members of the public, that we will act in the best interests of the Horowhenua district. It is an oath not to be taken lightly, and one that you will be consistently reminded of during the next 3 years, as it is a reminder of the why we are here, and should always be the question you ask yourselves before making decisions that will shape our future. There may well be times when your personal views will conflict with what is in the best interests of the district, and it will not be easy. And sometimes your colleagues will even be persuasive enough for you to change your mind. Welcome to democracy. You will all have different reasons and motivations as to why you stood to be a councillor for the Horowhenua District Council or a Te Awaho Foxton Community Board member. But whatever they are, the primary reason is that you want the Horowhenua to prosper, to grow, to continue to be a great place to live and work, and to leave it in a better place than it is today. A place that you want to continue to be proud of. So firstly, thank you for caring enough about the district and its people to have put your hand up and say, I want to be part of the future shaping of this district. And my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you on your election. It is not always easy to do that and say, yes, I want to make a difference. As we all know, there are some out there who will criticise and be negative no matter what decisions are going to be made in this room. Not many will offer positive or constructive solutions either. But fortunately, most are confined to being keyboard warriors on social media, so have only a small following. The vast silent majority have confidence and the utmost respect for you for accepting the role of shaping the future of this district. And now we have 3 years to show how good a choice that was. No pressure. It does feel like a new broom has swept through council. We have 8 new councillors. We have increased the size of council from 11 to 13 by the addition of 2 Maori ward seats, a move that was unanimously supported by the previous council, and where we are now one of 35 councils in Aotearoa who have recognised that this offers fairer and more effective community representation, and one way for councils to honour the principle of partnership committed to in Te Tiriti o Waitiri. So very special congratulations go to Nina Hori Te Pā and Justin Tamihana for being elected as the first Maori ward councillors in the Horowhenua. We look forward to your insights, perspectives and the valuable contribution that you will make during this term. One of the characteristics of this council is the number that are born and bred in the Horowhenua, or who have lived here for quite a considerable time. This is a real plus in knowing about and the connection that exists within the district. We are also a younger and more diverse council. We now have 8 members below 50. We even have 2 in their 30s, and the spread of age is much greater than ever before.
So a very warm welcome to our first Councillor of Asian Heritage and one of our youngest, in Alan Young. Also Rogan Boyle, another young one, and newbies Mike Barker, Paul Olsen, Clinton Grimstone and Jonathan Proctor. It is fantastic to have you all on board, and we look forward to the different views and opinions that you all will bring to the table. While there has been quite a change in the makeup of Council, there is a great deal of knowledge and experience that is returning, which will be invaluable to help me and those new to the role in ensuring we learn and grow together. Councillors Brannigan, Allen, Tukapua and Jennings, Ross, David, Pirihira and Sam, you all have a hugely important role to play this term. With so many newbies, I will be relying on your experience and knowledge to provide support and guidance to keep us on track. It will be different, but like me, I think you too are excited and optimistic about what lies ahead of us this term. I am especially pleased that David Allen has accepted the position of Deputy Mayor. As I mentioned before, Deputy Mayor Allen has been part of the local government scene in this district for 24 years. He has definitely served his apprenticeship and earned this position. He is a person I respect greatly and have always appreciated his views and opinions. He will be a great source of advice and support for me, and I know he will not be backward in giving me the free and frank advice I so often need. I look forward to working more closely with you, David. Excuse me a moment, my lips are getting a bit dry here. So what is ahead of us this term? If it is anything like last term, then we don't know much of what that is. A lot of what happened last term we didn't know about when we commenced in October 2019, but it shows how adaptable and flexible we need to be and how important a role Council plays in keeping our community supported and safe. Local government is sitting at the crossroads at the moment. A few years ago it was proudly stating that the closer decisions were being made to those communities that were impacted had to be the best way for local democracy to function. Localism and community became the pivotal focus for councils. But what has happened in reality is a continued progression of policies and strategies that in fact mean more centralisation and decisions being made for us at a regional or national level that we have little or no local input into or control over. There has always been the frustration felt at a council level that too much of what we do is directed to us by central government. It's done to us and not with us. And even when they do talk to us and hear different views or pushback from communities, they do tend to ignore it and still impose their policies. And we generally have to pick up the costs of doing it as well. On the other side of that coin, though, is sometimes there is a lack of direction that we need. 67 councils all doing the same thing but in a different way does not appear efficient or constructive. But getting the balance right is paramount. Ideally, central government politicians should be ensuring the oath that they take is lived and breathed like ours, and making sure that their decisions are not solely based on party political ideology, but made in the best interests of all communities. They could even do a long-term plan and have to consult with us. That would be a nice change, but it's not likely to happen, is it? The report of the future of local government is due next year. It is awaited with much anticipation. My hope is that it is brave, promotes a new visionary approach as to how we deliver services to our communities. I'm not holding my breath though, but whatever the recommendations are, there has to be a closer relationship with central government and a better way of working together. With the impending reforms in front of us this term, especially Free Waters and Resource Management Act, the landscape of local government will look vastly different from what it is today. There will be new ways of partnership, whether that be with central government, iwi hapu, neighbouring and regional councils, or even our own community, we will need to embrace that change, lean into it, so that we are ready and able to meet the demands of what is in front of us, regardless of whether we agree with them or not. We have to be open to that and cannot shy away from the responsibility we have to our community to ensure that we do the best we can for them. During the election campaign, I listed a number of things that I believed we as council should focus on this term. And while they are all hugely important, especially some of the crunchy issues, such as the landfill, O2NL, and managing our growth, the last two that I mentioned on my list will, for me, be the basic principles that I will remind myself of and return to during the term. Firstly, that we engage and listen to our communities. Earlier I spoke of the relationship between central government and council and how one-sided it is. Our residents and ratepayers probably feel the same about the relationship between them and us, that they feel we do stuff to them rather than with them, that we pay lip service to their views and opinions. I genuinely want our residents to be more engaged in what we do and have a larger say in what does happen within their neighbourhoods. That does not mean a willingness by us, that does not mean more submissions at annual and long-term plan times, but it should mean a willingness by us as councillors and community board members to be more available, to listen more, and to hear all those that want to be part of the Horowhenua future. I'm positive that there are those people out there who want to contribute. We just have to find the right way to allow that to happen. I greatly respect the residents of the Horowhenua. They are very smart people. They elected you to represent them for one, so they must be smart. They don't all want to complain about rates, footpaths and potholes, but we must turn the perception of what council is and does completely around. You as councillors and community board members play a huge role in managing that perception. How you think, how you speak, how you act in relation to council will now play a vital part in whether we are successful in delivering the vision that we set for this district and changing that perception. The other basic principle for me will be that we do what we say we are going to do, or in other words, get stuff done. You might think that that sounds easy, but if there is anything we have learned over the last 3 years, there is nothing simple anymore. I've said a number of times previously that you will be remembered for what you get done, not what you stop. So I urge you to be positive and constructive. And it's not always the big things that will make the difference. Getting stuff done includes delivering our core services well, but also ensuring we respond and act even when the little things need doing. On top of that, we have to think of the big picture and the future. It is not always going to be easy. I am confident, though, that with Chief Executive Monique's leadership and the team that she is building, we will together have the expertise and capability to deliver on our shared vision of what good looks like. There is much to do to make us fit for the future, but I am also confident that the people that have taken the oath tonight are more than capable and will do their utmost to act in the best interests of this district, and I look forward to working with you all to achieve that. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Kia ora team, thank you. As Chief Executive Monique said earlier, there is some boring stuff that we need to actually formalise here. So this is the part where we actually vote and adopt the recommendations that are in front of us. So the following recommendation is relating to the legal requirements that we have to do that the Chief Executive listed before. So recommendation 2.1, the Council receive and note the report explanation of legislation relevant to elected members 2022 to 2025 triennium, that this matter or decision be recognised as not significant in terms of section 76 of the Local Government Act. I'm going to move that. Councillor Jennings is happy to second that, and I'll put the motion. All those in favour? Thank you. All those public, your probably votes don't count, but you're welcome to say aye. You will also have heard earlier my announcement of Deputy Mayor as Councillor Allen, and this item formally ensures that we note in the minute books of Council and noting my powers as Mayor, but seeking acknowledgement from the wider Council. The recommendation is that Council notes the appointment by the Mayor of Councillor Allen as Deputy Mayor, and that this matter or decision be recognised as not significant in terms of section 76 of the Local Government Act. I'm happy to move that. Now I'm going to let someone else do that. Councillor Perihara Tukapua is going to second that. All those in favour? Thank you. The last one that we have is setting the date and time of our next meeting. So the recommendation is that the first meeting of the Horowhenua District Council be held on Wednesday the 16th of November 2022 at 1 p.m. That a report setting out a meeting schedule for the remainder of the 2022-2025 Council triennium be brought to that Council meeting for consideration. And 2.3, that this matter or decision be recognised as not significant in terms of section 76 of the Local Government Act 2002. So moved by me. Councillor Boyle, thank you. We'll second it. All those in favour? Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks. So we now come to the swearing in of the Te Awahu Foxton Community Board. This board will represent the interests of and advocate for the communities of Foxton and Foxton Beach. So I will now invite the community board members to come to the stage individually. And could I first ask Trevor Chambers to come forward. I, Trevor James Chambers, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skills and judgments excluded to perform in the best interest of Te Awahu Foxton community the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me. As a member of the Te Awahu Foxton Community Board, by virtue of Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meeting Act 1987 and any other act. Could we now please welcome Noel Fox? If you want a hand there, Noel. You all right? Cool.
I, Nola Lee Fox, declare that I will faithfully and impartially, and according to the best of my skill and judgment, execute and perform in the best interest of Te Awaho Foxton community the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as member of the Te Awaho Foxton Community Board by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 and any other act.
Could I now welcome Brett Russell?
I, Brett Michael Russell, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interests of the Te Awaho Foxton community the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as member of the Te Awaho Foxton Community Board by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 and any other act. Ngā mihi.
And only this person would have known that we got it slightly out of order, didn't we, John? Can I welcome you, John Gelling?
I, John Frederick Girling, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skill and judgment execute and perform in the best interest of the Te Awaho Foxton community the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Te Awaho Foxton Community Board by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government Official Information and Meetings Act 1987 and any other act.
And finally, probably the longest community serving board member and local body official in the district. I don't know, is that right, David, or is there it is? Mr. Roach, please come forward.
Yep, perfect. I'll just borrow these. I, David John Roach, declare that I will faithfully and impartially and according to the best of my skills and judgment execute and perform in the best interest of Te Awaho Foxton community the powers, authorities and duties vested in or imposed upon me as a member of the Te Awaho Community Board by virtue of the Local Government Act 2002, the Local Government and Official Information and Meeting Act 1987, or any other act. So that brings us to the end of tonight's proceedings. I'd like to once again congratulate all councillors and community board members on their election. We know we are in for a busy and exciting 3 years. Can I thank Joe Harrington for the beautiful music that we've enjoyed tonight? Can you please thank her in the normal fashion? Can I also have a special thank you to the staff that are here tonight. I think I've seen more staff here tonight than I have ever seen at one of these functions, and also the way that they have presented this chamber. It's fantastic to have it dressed up like this, so thank you for your support and the way you've done it. Can I just acknowledge them? Very special thank you to all friends and whānau who have joined us this evening. I hope you continue to give that support through the next 3 years. There will be times when it will be trying, but they will need someone to lean on and to talk to, so I hope you're there for them. Before we finish and move to the foyer for some refreshments and some entertainment, could I ask you to stand, and we will sing the national anthem, and then I'm going to invite Councillor Tammy Hana, if you wouldn't mind closing our proceedings for us, please.
Mauri ora ki a tātou, tuatahi me ati ki tō tātou nei atu I runga raua, nāna ne ma mea katoa I hanga e te atua kei te mei. E ngā mate koutou ko whatirangi tia koutou ko haere ki tua te arai, haere, haere, haere. Hoki atu ki te timatanga, ki te pōuri uri, ki te pōtangatanga, ki te pōoeo I te moe, anō reira moe mai, a moe mai, moe maira. A huri aku au ki te kaupapa nui mo tēnei rā, kia whakatau, kia whakamihi ana ki a tātou katoa, kia whakapiri mai I runga ki te whare e tūnei, ki te whane kauri hora a rohe. E tuku mihi e kui mai koro mā, koutou o te hāpori, koutou katoa, kua tai mai nei. Me mehi hoki ki tōku papa. E mi ana ki a koe papa, e tū ai, e whakai taku nei mahi. Me mehi hoki ki a koe, taku ho rangatira Janelle. Ko tēnei te rā, 20th wedding anniversary. E mi ana aroha ki a koe pai. Me mehi hoki ki oku mokopuna, a Kali Rose, hui a nā rongo i ngā wakato. Koutou katoa, ngā mema hau, ngā mema tawhito, e mema tātou katoa, huri no ki a tātou. Koutou ngā kaimahi hoki, tēnei te tuku mihi. Koutou ngā hapu, ngā marae, o rauko a te au ki te tonga, a ngai mua poko hoki, tēnei te tuku mihi ki a tātou katoa. Mehi hoki ki a koe e te koromatua, he mehi ana ki tō mahi, tō kaha ki tō mahi, e mehi hoki ki a koe moni. A kaore e kumiaro o te kōrero, nō reira huri no ki a tātou katoa, tēnā koutou, kia ora mai tātou katoa. It's appropriate for me to mihi to you on te reo. That's the ward I stood in, but I represent our community together. Thank you for the honour of allowing me to close this. If you know Justin, I always like to say a few words. I want to acknowledge all my fellow councillors that have taken their role tonight and our community board members, but more so I'd like to celebrate and thank those past councillors that have left the building and to those that stood in the election, especially to my bro Troy over there. Ngā mihi kia koe, Troy, and your whānau e rā Ngāti Whakatere whānau. So that's it from me. I will close with a karakia, but just want to thank everyone here this evening, and it's a real honour, and I hope to serve you proudly and well. Nō reira, a kia tātou katoa, te ata whai o tō tātou ariki o i karaiti. Me te aroha o te atua, me te whiwhinga tahitanga ki te wairua tapu. Ake, Amen. Kia ora rā. Kia ora.
Please join us in the foyer for some kai and more discussion. Thank you.